Hello everybody, it is Dr. Steve with another Activities of Daily Living episode of Core Wellness TV. This is ADLs, and I want to continue to teach more about activities of daily living because that's where the tire hits the road when it comes to keeping you pain-free, moving efficiently, and being able to be a functional, successful human being throughout the rest of your life. One of the things I find in my office is people come in and they can't get up and down off the floor effectively, or whenever they do get up and down off the floor, they're hurting themselves, or sometimes they just won't get down on the floor to play with their kids, play with their grandkids, to clean the floor, whatever they need to do to get down there. They're afraid to get down there because they can't get back up. And then you've heard of the common colloquialism, "I've fallen and I can't get up." That is one thing we got to stay away from if we want to stay functional and stay healthy and happy the rest of our lives. Because if you fall down and you can't get up, that's sad news. So I'm going to show you today how you can get up using the way you used to get up as you were a baby, and how it applies to doing some very functional exercises that can help you get there. Now you can see me laying on my side here. Sometimes just the ability to lay on your side like this and push away from your elbow and come up is a very powerful way to groove the pattern of getting up from a laying down position. But let me peel back just a second and go to our backs. What if we're laying down on the floor like this, or the ground, whatever it may be? What's the first thing we have to do? The first thing we have to do is anchor our back support zone, or the base of our ribs, to the ground. We have to create that punctum fixum, as is the language that's used in the Prague school, and that's what we have to create. First, we have to create the stability point from which to move from. So we have to anchor that back support zone to the floor, and then we straighten out our bottom leg, reach out, and roll. Okay? So it's called kind of a reach and roll. So practicing this reach and roll is a very useful thing to do because it also grooves that neural developmental pattern. So once we get rolled to here, well, now it takes some strength in your scapula to push yourself up. And this is what I find is often, well, first of all, people can't usually find their back support zone, which is why you need the Reverse CPS Now free video series. If you don't have it yet, get it when we go through the back support zone and what that is. But you have to figure out how to do that first, and then you have to be able to go into a side bridge and push away from your elbow. So if you can create a back support zone, reach over and get on your side bridge, that's the first step to getting up. And this is also what we do as infants whenever we go to a standing position, or from a horizontal position to a vertical position. All we do is push away from support points. See, I have a support point, I'm pushing away from it. Very simple. Here we go. That's there. There. Now, what's the next thing we do? We go into an oblique sit as a baby. Right? And that takes also strength and stability to be able to push away from the palm of your hand, right? And especially you want to be able to push away from the base of your thumb area. Pathologically, we get into trouble when we, like for kids with cerebral palsy or upper motor neuron lesions, they'll only push away from the outside of their hands, and it's very diagnostic for pathology. So making sure that you always use the inside of your palm, or the base of your thumb as a push-away point is very important, not just on the outside. You want to really turn that hand over, get on the end, and then boom, push up. Now, it's going to be tempting to shrug your shoulder as you do that, but you have to keep a nice push away from your elbow and get that nice, your rib cage has to come down, your core is stable, you're breathing, and then boom, you push right up to the oblique position, and my head's going to come out of the picture. Let me back up just a little bit. I might be sitting on some goose poop around here, but anything for you guys, right? And so that's the oblique sit. And then the next thing we do is what? Let's go over to a crawl. All right? And then to a bear crawl. And then, guess what? Now we're in a squat. Now, and then, of course, boom, we come up out of the squat. So now, do you see why it's important to work on the squat? It's important to work on a side bridge. It's important to work on creating a nice back support zone. It's important to do all these things because they are pieces of the neural developmental process of going from lying down to standing up. So hopefully you can take a few of those tips and apply them and practice that. Get on the floor, get on the ground, and just try going through that process one more time. You're going to anchor your support zone, crawl over, push away from your elbow, get into an oblique sit, push away from that base of your thumb, push away, make sure you're not shrugging into your shoulders, pushing away, and you're getting nice and anchored here, in through here. Then over into that quadruped position, and then get the feet up into a bear crawl. And, you know, a bear crawl is a good thing to work on because that's an intermediate step. And then back, sit back in the chair, and then up you come. All right. Now those are a lot of pieces of the puzzle that I hope you'll put together. See you next time. Keep moving. Keep eating good food. Keep thinking good thoughts. All right. We'll see you later.